How are you guys doing today? Good? Yes? Thank you guys for coming. Man, it's good to be here. I appreciate you guys. Do you guys follow me on JDFFFN? Yeah? Instagram. I still use Facebook and Twitter, but I think I believed in Instagram years and years ago when people were saying, what's this whole Instagram thing? So, kind of ahead of the curve, but everyone's doing the Instagram now. So who does not have an Instagram account? All right. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. You could save yourself time. Social media is a lot of work. I do it to share, things with my fans. But if I didn't have the fans like you guys, I won't even do it. I'd save my time and train or do something else because it does consume your time. Even watching certain other videos, I'll get hooked in watching funny videos, and then I'll watch the other one, and then I'll watch the other one. I'm like, oh my God, where did time just go? And what did I just watch? But other than that, I just spent a lot of time on it. We have a few clips we'll show you guys too. In a little bit, but I thought maybe we'll get through some questions. But first, let me say a few things. I don't know anything about the second movie, so people ask me all the time. I don't. I wish I did. Hasbro bought the brand, and there's a lot of changes coming, and I think the changes are for the best. And we'll see what happens with what the future has into Power Rangers. I do know one thing. I wish I was in the movie more than just a cameo. But anyway, that was their mistake. And I did Lord Draken. We're going to show you that. Who has not seen Shattered Grid? Anyone seen Shattered Grid? Raise your hand if you've seen Shattered Grid. If you don't know Lord Draken, he's a combination between the White and the Green Ranger, and it's an alternate evil version of Tommy. And we'll show that clip in a little bit, but I thought maybe we'll get through some questions. You want to show it now? Or? Oh. Yeah, I guess we'll show it now. We had a clip of Shattered Grid. It's on my YouTube, JDFFFN, and platforms around the world, over like 15 million views. Who knows, probably more now at this time. But we'll take a look at Shattered Grid, and we're hoping to make a series out of it. Something a little bit for the older audience. If you don't know Lord Draken, this goes into Tommy's death, episode or issue 25 of the Boom Comics. So when he goes to his balcony and he says, then, they could have been gods. He's going after Tommy in every alternate dimension. And this is where, before he kills Tommy Oliver, it was a promo to lead up to the Boom Comics, to the death of Tommy, and number 25 issue. But don't worry, you have to read the issues to find out anything more about it. Yep. So let's play the clip real quick of the Shattered Grid, and we can check it out.
Isn't the smallest chance of victory enough of a reason for us to keep on fighting? The world needs us, Rangers.
One day the great responsibility of being the Green Ranger will fall to you. Take the world from evil. Stand by your allies. Never run from a battle.
My mission is to bring you back.
Ready?
Let's rock it!
Yeah! Silver!
Black! Pink!
Blue!
Yellow!
Whatever we do, we have to do it together.
Power down!
Commander Kruger's told me you're the best he has ever had.
Till we meet again, Power Rangers.
Destroy them!
Outfit, do we still have shields? Engines out! Activate!
Ready!
Ready!
So many Rangers. So much potential. Squandered for so long.
My lord, the generals are ready. They simply await your command.
What's important to me now is my friendship with all of you. I don't ever want that to change.
It won't, Tommy. You'll always be one of us.
And it's time to set things right.
We will invade their worlds. We will tear down everything that might protect them. And then, when it's too late, when they're powerless and alone, they will realize the truth. They could have been gods.
Shattered Grid. That written and directed by Kyle Higgins. So he wrote it and then he directed it. And that was fun. That was a fun shoot in Los Angeles. And basically we did that as like a pilot, you know, to see how the reaction is. And I gotta be honest, everywhere I go, from Colombia to Panama to Dubai, everywhere around the world is Lord Draken, Lord Draken, Lord Draken, Lord Draken.
It's because we all want that as a movie.
Well, hey, dude, I tell you what, when it came out, there was a lot of things that were said, like, I wish this was a movie, and I think the Lionsgate was like, oh, God, let's pull that thing down. But we're hoping to make a series out of it, you know, and let's just hope that Hasbro, I think it's time. If you look at everything, you know, you got... you know, Cobra Kai with the Karate Kid remake. You have all these remakes, and I'd like to do something that's like a really good remake. It makes no sense not to use the characters. If you look at Star Wars, they used a lot of characters from the Star Wars franchise, and it blended and it brought other people, like your audience, to see the movie. And the little kids might not know anyone, which they do because y'all train them right. But, you know, they might sit there and look and say, oh, this is a cool movie. But in your heart, you're like, yeah, this is childhood. It brings me back. And I think that's what Star Wars had. And, you know, I think if that's the route they went, they probably would have already done a second movie, in my opinion. Because when you do a film like that, you want to reach, you know, a $500 million project. You want to reach something like a Wonder Woman or something like a Marvel or something like, you know, a DC movie. And it didn't reach what it should have reached. And then I filmed Bloodshot for many years with Bat in the Sun. It's called Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe. Nobody knew what Bloodshot was. Nobody knows Valiant comics. You guys might not. You guys might now. But who collects Valiant comic books? Raise your hand. Valiant? Valiant comics? His dad's like, put your hands down. Let me see your hand. Okay, so here we are, right? Valiant. I did Bloodshot. No one knew Bloodshot. No one knew anything around the world. I hashtag JDF Bloodshot. I'm not saying anything. I think Bloodshot's a great script. I think they got great writers. And then Vin Diesel's going to do great, but they hired him to do the movie. The movie's done filming already. But the cool thing is I was the first Bloodshot. And I love playing characters that are always the first. Tommy, the first. I was in a reboot. Emissary and Transformers, the voice, first. A lot of other voice things I got coming out this year, first. And I love doing things like that. Bloodshot, first. I get to create and kind of lay a little legacy before the reboot happens, you know? And so in 2020, I'm sure everyone will hear about the movie Bloodshot. Let's hope that it's good. I was supposed to be in it, but yeah, you know, studios. I'll be at their movie premiere, though. I'll be like, hello, hello. Anyway. Speaking of movie premieres, I got invited, me and Jenna got invited to the Dragon Ball Z movie premiere, which is cool. I know all the guys that work in it, and I was stupid enough to send a text to all of them and say, hey, I'm going to be at the movie premiere. Are you going to be there? And I was like, oh, I sound like such an idiot. I just text 4 of the stars. Are you going to be there? I'm going to be there. Of course they're going to be there. They're stars of the movie. Jeez. But, and then I have My Morphin Life. That's kind of my Morphin vlog. It's the cool thing is YouTube. We can share things to the world. And if I'm not mistaken, Cobra Kai's on YouTube Red. Who knew back in the days, YouTube? We didn't have all that stuff. So you can go to my channel, JDFFFN, and check it out. My Morphin vlog, My Morphin Life. Who watches it? Thanks, 2 people. No, I'm just kidding. Who subscribes to my channel? Raise your hand. Who's going to subscribe? Raise your hand. All right, very good. Guys, like I remember I told you don't waste your time on the internet, but waste your time on my YouTube channel, all right? It's fun. I spent a lot of time basically taking my life and just putting 8-minute segments of my life together. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. What else? The movie, Bloodshot, the Emissary Transformers and Titan Returns. Cool series. It's cool to be a little tiny Transformer. They said it would be a Transformer. I was like, yeah, cool. Show me the Transformer. They're like, you're a Titan Master. I said, a what? I'm a Master, but a what? Titan Master is like this big. But it's okay. And then we'll start with some questions if you guys have. Cool? Yes, sir.
First of all, you look very good in the suit today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Took a very long time to tie this time. Just learning how to tie them. Thank you.
Yeah. But you've been in a lot of Zords. You've done all the Power Rangers that you've done. What's your favorite Zord that you've piloted?
I was going to say, I'd love playing Lord Draken, but I don't even think he has a Zord. I'm sure he will. It's going to be really cool. I love the Dragon Zord. I like Dragon Zord. I mean, the White Ranger stuff is cool, all that stuff. But
I got the wrong picture.
Original? What did you say, the White Ranger?
That's the one I got.
Yeah, but I'm both, so who cares? Like, I mean, it's like saying, which one of your cars do you like? And I said the Lamborghini. Like, that's too bad. I like the Ferrari. But like, Ferrari's mine too, man. Oh, it's the same thing. People come up and they're like, man, I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, I'm just really sorry. This is bad, man. I like the white Ranger better than the green. I'm like, yeah, cool. At least you didn't say blue or something. I mean, you're still in the, we're still good. You know what I mean? It's still me, which is fine. I love all the Rangers, man. Catherine and Nakia are here today. I was going to have them join me and say a few things. If they are, I might text them. But they're here today, and we did the Zeo, and we did Turbo, and all that good stuff. But that was exciting. But yeah, sorry. But I got them both.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jason.
How you doing?
I saw you yesterday and got a picture with you. My question is, in the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers, how did you create the Master Morpher, Tommy?
Oh, the Master Morpher. Well, I created it like this. Hey, man, write up a story.
So you
So Tommy, yeah, I created a Master Morpher. It was like this. I was like, hey guys, so Bondi's not carrying the toys no more, right? Okay. So we need to sell some Hasbro toys, like really, or a lot of them. So let's create this Master Morpher. Cool? Yeah? All right, cool, bye.
Because
now Master Morphers toys will be coming out by Hasbro.
Because my theory was...
Oh, you have a theory? Darn, all right. Yes.
Because my theory was, when I was thinking of it, when I saw the episode, I was thinking you either created it when you were Dr. Oliver.
That's probably one I did.
Or during the time when you were in the Legacy, like the Legendary Battle.
The Mega Force? I didn't really like that reunion, man. They could have done so much more.
True.
I love Ninja Steel. But every reunion, dude, let's get 2 or 3 episodes together. Let's pull them all back. Let's make a trilogy of it. Everyone just tries to slam it into one 15-minute episode. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. But the Soul of the Dragon that comes out in 2 weeks, the book, the old man Tommy, I want the old man Logan book. Yeah, I got it. Kyle wrote it, and I do have some back pains here and there. So he wrote this thing, and I'm reading it. I'm reading the Master because I did a lot of consulting on it. And, he's cool with a beard, older, like an old man Logan. He looks cool. And then like a couple parts where his like back's tore out, I'm married to Catherine. I know people are like, I'm married to Kimberly. I picked Catherine. All right. So whatever. Because I figured Kimberly, ditched me and now she wants me back because I have a 24 karat gold morpher, So I was like, no, I'm just going to marry Cat. Right. Yeah. So in the book, I got like, back problem, and they keep saying, okay, man, he's old. And I called Kyle and said, hey, I like the book, but more than 3 times saying old, we got it. It's like, how many pages we got? I was joking with them, but I was serious about it at the same time.
Thank you.
Anyway, thanks. I wish I knew, because then when I did DinoThunder, they didn't start making sense of the whole season. They just went from one season to another season, but in a whole, the Boom comics make sense of all the seasons. That's what I love it, because Michael's here too, some Time Force, yeah? Pretty sure. Sometimes I get the seasons mixed up. But, it has all, like Aaron Cahill, who was on Time Force, Pink Rangers, and the Boom comics. So it does get other characters involved, which is good, I mean, I've already been 6. Like, we need to get other people in there. I mean, I'll play them all if you want me to. I have multiple personalities. That's totally fine. I mean, I'll bust out the Pink Ranger. Ain't no issues with that. Yes, sir. Nice tie. We talked ties earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question was, what got you interested in playing Tommy when Power Rangers first started?
Well, I was an actor, and I think one of the reasons I started to audition for this, it was called Phantoms. It was a young 18-year-old kid and a martial arts master. That was it. And I was like, man, I do karate. I'm 18, and I want to read for this role. But the funny thing about that, I should text Catherine and Nakia real quick, just because I feel bad. I told them they can come. Let me just send a voice text real quick. And then I'll answer it. I have ADD too, okay? Hold on. Hey, do you guys want to stop by? I'm still answering. Remember I told you I have ADD? Yeah. All right, so what was your question again? Because I just forgot.
Well, what interested you in joining the Power Ranger franchise at first?
Yep, it was just a martial arts show. Oh, I was going to tell you. Now I know where I'm at. I said where I left off, it says, what's interesting? And then I said, hold on. I should call Catherine and Nakia because I kind of feel bad. But then I remember when I said, what's interesting is that when I did Power Rangers, no one really believed in it. Like really, no one believed in it. And then Stan's a great guy. He's good. Love Stan every time I see him. But when he did Spider-Man, no one believed in me either. I just read that article. I had known Stan for a long time. Never read the article. We did a Entertainment Weekly magazine, and he was in there, and we were in there. Big, really good interview from everybody. Really great interview. It's on paper. I don't know. It's probably on the internet somewhere too. But yeah, no one believed in Spider-Man either. And then once people started talking about it, they're like, "Oh, that sounds great," but they didn't believe in it in the beginning. So my point is, sometimes you have to believe in yourself and the project before you can do anything. And sometimes people come up and today said, "Hey, I'm so happy you've embraced who you were." And maybe we were talking a little bit, but embraced who you are. And I've been the Green Ranger for a long time. I'm not scared about stereotyping. I have no issues because this is my hobby. I'm just happy and proud to have fans like you guys, and my fans are overshining everyone else anyway. And because my fans are so loving and so giving and so happy and cheerful, other people and other actors from big shows say, "Man, I wonder, who this guy is." And then they find out, but I couldn't do it without my fans, and that's what I really appreciate you guys, and appreciate you guys watching Power Rangers. So I focused on the material, Tommy, and I loved it. I was only in 10 episodes. I was like, perfect. I was warned in the beginning, we're going to hire you, but you're only in 10 episodes. And I said, that's fine. Because when I showed up on day one, I did the best I could. I didn't think about episode number 10. Now he's the longest running Power Ranger, is because I didn't focus on money. I didn't focus on where I was going. I focused on me in the present to make who I am in the future, kind of. You know what I mean? And that's what I tell my daughter too. She wants to act. I'm like, you have to focus on your work and your passion, because you have passion, you have a purpose, you have passion, and your purpose and passion of whatever you guys want to do, profit comes later. You can't look at a P and say, I want profit. You're never going to make it. It's passion, and is it your purpose? And then you do it, and later on, if you make profit, cool. Later on, you can give your profit away, whatever it is, but it's in love with what you do. And I know many of us have like this gift or something that we want to do, but we're too scared to do it. We're too scared to write. We're too scared to sing. We've heard people say this and say that. Let people say this and that, because I don't get back at anyone, but man, success is the ultimate revenge when they see you up there and they're like, and they're haters, and all the haters follow your page, and they just belong. They're like your biggest fans, even though they hate to say it. So you got to focus on your work. So that's what pretty much why I loved Tommy Oliver in the beginning. And then he got a girlfriend. Things got complex. Yeah. And then Tommy got hurt. And then before Catherine comes, I'll just tell you this. Catherine was a rebound, because when Kimberly broke up with me, I was like, oh man, I need something to keep my mind off it. I was like, Kat, what's up? How you doing?
Thank you very much. It was eager to meet you.
Thank you, buddy. Kat's gonna be like, I heard you. How are you?
Us, Hanshi.
Us. Good to see you.
You too. It was a pleasure to meet you. It's been a lifelong dream of mine.
Thank you, man.
So, like you said, you're the longest running Ranger ever. And I think most of us here know in the original few seasons, the only time they actually did actual fight scenes with you guys in the suits.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, what was your favorite fight scene or overall episode?
Well, we used a lot of Japanese footage, and the Green Ranger kind of ran out of Japanese footage, so we had to do some American footage. So I only fought a couple times. I have a lot of helmet time in the Green Ranger helmet until they started hiring stunt doubles and realizing it was easier to film at the same time, out of helmet and then in helmet head. But the Dark Dimension one was fun, fighting Jason in the Dark Dimension. I remember I was just so excited to be the Power Ranger, and every time we would have it with our helmets off, I didn't feel like full superhero. I only felt full superhero when I put my helmet on. So that fight scene was probably the best. It was cool. It was very foggy in there, number one, and it was hard to see out of the helmet. But I don't think I kicked Jason on. No, I didn't hit him on accident. Oh yeah, there was one time. No, I didn't. I was pretty good in it.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Now, why don't you tell everyone that you're forced to watch Power Rangers?
I'm not forced.
You weren't forced? I teased them the whole time. I was like, thanks for having your parents force you to watch Power Rangers.
No, I've been watching Power Rangers since before I could say Power Rangers.
What season did you grow up on? Like, what season did you watch for? All of them? Did you watch Dino Thunder? Yeah,
yes.
You did? Cool.
That's my favorite season.
Oh, I love when you come up here in a Batman shirt and say I'm your favorite superhero. It's okay. I like Batman too. You know, Gotham City's right next to Angel Grove, so everything gets smashed in Gotham, and then they come to Angel Grove. It's just terrible. But anyway, what's your question, bud?
Out of all the Rangers that you've played, which one is your favorite?
I like the Green Ranger, but I'm really enjoying Lord Draken. Lord Draken's been a lot of fun to do, and I'm looking forward to doing that in a series so we can get other Rangers involved in the universe. You see, the ultimate universe with Draken is all the universes. You don't have to make sense of it. You can go to the Morphin Grid to this one, that one, and so, but I enjoy playing the Green Ranger too. I enjoy playing all of them, and it was me. I guess the answer to that is I enjoy playing Tommy.
Okay.
And then Dr. Oliver, then Lord Draken. You got a Power Ranger shirt on.
Yes, I do.
All right.
What was your favorite Power Rangers season to play in?
Favorite Power Ranger season to play? I like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That was fun. Very beginning. It was cool. I don't want to say that when the other people come, but the original was cool, and I like all of them. But you're not going to ask me who my favorite Power Ranger is, are you?
No.
All right, good. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to film you on. I'm going to see. This better be a good question. All right, hold on. Oh, wait. Okay, go.
If you could ever kiss a Power Ranger, who would it be?
You really put me on the spot on that one. I think I kissed the Pink Ranger. Which one, though? Both of them, man. Shh. Okay, fine. I kissed them all. All right, dude? No, actually, the first person Tommy's ever kissed was Rita. What, y'all say that you don't like her because she's evil or something? And she wears the Madonna bra? Is that what you're saying? Hey, you know how many times I poked my eye out with that thing? All right, anyway. Pointy bras are just so...
You gonna say hi?
How are you?
Hi.
Hey, there we go. You know, it's so great to see kids come up and say hi in the microphone. And for you, I was going to tell you, you're very outgoing. How old are you? 10 years old. It's good to see someone like you who's 10 years old that's outgoing, because the number one fear in America is public speaking. To come up here on stage and to speak, in which I'm sure you can, right? Yeah, you can. Come on up here, man. Let me see. Come up here. You're going to interview me. You're going to ask me a question. Okay, all right. First, you're going to introduce yourself. Okay, we're going to do like a movie, okay? You're going to come out like this is your show, okay? You got to own it. You know what I mean? You're going to come out and say, hello, everybody. And then you're going to say your name. And we're going to say, we have a special guest, Jason David Frank. And then you're going to ask them a question. Me. I have personal, Jason, David Frank. There's 3 different people. So which one would you like to interview? Why don't you just say Jason David Frank so then anyone can come out, okay? All right, you're going to take it. Here we go. Take the microphone and just pretend I'm not here. And when I say action, hello, everybody. My name is, and we're going to interview Jason David Frank. Action!
Hello, my name is Brady, and we're going to interview Jason David Frank.
Hey, thanks for having me on your show. What's your question?
What is your favorite Ranger?
Oh, man. Well, thanks for asking that question. Probably Green Ranger. Probably Green Ranger.
Which one?
All right. Which one? The first green. And now you're going to look right in the camera and say, Bob, back to you in the studio. Here, hold this.
Bob, back to you in the studio.
All right, there you go, my friend. Give me 5. How did it feel? Did you feel that taste of fame? Now he's like, Now he's going to be going, everybody. All right, anyway, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, get a new shirt. Thank you. All right. Yes, I was kidding. That was a joke about the new shirt. I love Batman. He says, I'm not taking the shirt off. I touch it. There we go. I like it. Now you're never taking a bath, and you have an excuse. Nope. 10 years from now, I ain't showering. Jason David Frank touch. Please, shower, please.
That was
Man.
tough.
Nope, I'm keeping everything, my dreads and everything. Yes.
You've played both sides of the field, villain and good guy, being a Power Ranger. Which one did you have more fun with?
Guys, it's fun to be a bad guy, you know, and it's good to turn good, to show kids that no matter what you did in life, honestly, that you can always turn on the good side. And that's what I like about Tommy, is that no matter what bad things he did under a spell, and you kids too, no matter what bad things you've ever done, and us in life, we can always turn it around. And And then when Tommy decided to go into the dark side in the 93 is when he said no, and that's how he became Draken. He was Draken, and then he ended up defeating Rita, and I don't want to say the word kill, but all right, that's fine. He killed Rita and Zed and everything, and then he became the Lord Draken. But you got to read the books. But I like playing evil because you see me tell Kimberly, like, oh, Kimberly, the world don't revolve around you. On that episode, I can like get away with that because if I said that when I was good, she'd slap me. You see, she was like, well, Tommy, sorry, or whatever she said. You see, so I was like, yeah, does it ever occur to you that the world don't revolve around you, Kimberly? Dang. And then when I was good, she's like, say it again. Say it again. I swear, say it again. So it was fun, both sides.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. A while back, there were rumors of a Green Ranger Tommy movie.
Yeah.
And I want to know, is that just a hoax? And
No,
if
then
it
what
was-
happened? One word, Lionsgate.
Ah.
Man,
Well,
I wanted to do a movie before they even thought about doing a movie. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those things where we thought, and we had the Green Ranger series locked in. We had it almost greenlit, and then Lionsgate came in. And they said, we want to do a film. So, and to be honest, the Ninjak film, the Ninjak versus the Valiant Universe, I played Bloodshot, that almost got closed down by Sony. They don't want anything out there like that. They want to save it for their big stars. They want to save it for their franchise. So I was glad that that series came on. It was only supposed to last for a little bit, like a week, because Sony wanted to pull it off. Sony didn't even want it to come out at all. And we worked too hard on it. So we let it out, and they're like, we're pulling it off in a week. And so they let it out 6 months. Studios are weird like that, you know, with Power Rangers and stuff. So it was just one of those things. Sometimes studios own it, and you can't really control that stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay. Thank you for entertaining me as a child and my niece. as a child.
Thank you. I appreciate it, buddy.
What's up, Jason?
What's up, buddy?
I was asking, because I know you've been doing this for a long time, and like before, like Lord Draken, and you started doing that stuff. What was really like driving you to continue being the Green Ranger and being Tommy Oliver? Because I figured that there'd be a point when you get hit like a really bad burnout.
You know, dude, like, it's just the blessing of me touching lives to people. It's one of those things that even Jenna says. It's like, I'm just so blessed to be here. I would be here to bless one, because that's all we're supposed to be here for, is to bless one person. I'm able to bless people around the world, but you're also a blessing to me as well. It's like accountability partners, lean on each other. You don't think I have bad days and all that stuff? I have bad days too. And, you know, just being, actually love doing what I do. When I come to a Comic-Con, you can get something or you don't need to get anything. I'm my own boss. I can do what I want. I don't sit there and get certain things or people pay me to come in. I just come in because we love it. And all my friends love being Power Rangers, and I think that's the reason why they're here. And I can tell you right now, I have two people walking in the back, Pink and the Yellow Ranger, Catherine and Nakia. And it's so crazy that you asked that question. You asked that question at this time. The question they asked is, hello, girls. Hi.
Hello.
You want to come around the side real quick? Just, yeah, come on. Okay. All right. All right, roll.
Yeah, do a flip.
Yeah. Hey, so, oh yeah, what was Lou had a question? No, no, I'm just kidding. Hey, so no, the question, you guys came in at the right time, because these girls are such a blessing to everyone and to me. And the question was, why are you here? You know, like, no, for real. Like, why we do Comic-Cons, and aren't you ever get tired of it? And we thought you get tired of being the Green Ranger. My answer to them, before I saw you walk in, was like the blessing that we have to hear their stories, right?
Absolutely.
And maybe we'll start with you. Help me answer that question. I said it's just a blessing, but maybe there's certain questions or stories someone shared with you. I know someone shared stories with you. Maybe let's give them a story. I'll start first. Thanks. Okay, let me hear from you. No, just being able to come up with 1,000 different stories. I think that one of the things that I love the most about coming to Comic-Cons is hearing the good stories, but also hearing the bad stories that end up good, if that makes sense. Someone told me today I didn't have a father figure. You kind of, you know, I looked up to you as a father figure at that time. Even though we never met, they lived that through the television as well. And I think that just being a role model at that age, which I don't know if you want me as a dad, I'm a little crazy, but at that age, but thanks, for real.
Oh my gosh, I love him. I would say that I really didn't know
what effect Power Rangers had on people until I start doing Comic-Cons. So many people have come to my table and told me how Power Rangers has saved their life, how it helped them with their self-esteem, how it helped them get into martial arts and to stand up for what was right for them, to come out, to just so many incredible things. And just to be a part of that franchise and a part of this and be able to travel and meet fans all over the world has been an absolute blessing. Actually, when Kat and I were walking here trying to find Big Head here, yes, we talked about that. Big head, little body. I was I was telling her what a blessing it is to be able to meet you guys, you know, to be able to shake hands with the fans and to hear your stories like Jason was saying. I think we've all heard some very incredible stories about how, you know, even life-threatening stories for people, you know, suicide is a huge thing, but Power Rangers has saved lives, literally. And whether it's my character, Jason's character, Kat's character, or any other character, it's just a blessing to be a part of it. And it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I ditto to everything. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, you guys sure did. You guys are working on a new project, right? Well, it's not new, but it's called The Order, and you guys have comic books. I've seen you guys as comic book characters, which is super cool because I love comics, and now I'm a comic book character in the Boom Comics, but I love playing the Valiant. Yeah, I know, you all are, which is cool, but you have a new, tell them about you, since she said ditto, tell them about the new project or the new books or whatever for The Order, right? You guys are doing the comic books?
Yeah, you're going to be a part of it, aren't you? Yes. How many of you have heard of The Order? Whoop, whoop! I know you were just watching it earlier today. So there's about 15 Power Rangers, former Power Rangers, that are going to be filming a movie 2019, and it's called The Order, and a prequel to The Order is a graphic novel series, and the money and I know many of you don't know that, we lost a lot of money last year, to make a long story short. So the graphic novel, which has 3 variant covers, the money that we make from that is going to feed back into the movie, and it's called The Order Icarus Rising, and you can get it at theordercomic.com, and it's Nathan Blue did the artistry. It's beautiful. It's a really, really great story. If you guys could support, that would be really nice. Thank you for that, Jay.
Some of the fans, if you don't know about that, a lot of the projects are kickstarted or other crowdfunding. Actually, the Reading Rainbow with LeVar, the Reading Rainbow was crowdfunded. So the fans pretty much demanded that and got $5 million to get that movie going. So it's like a crowdfunding. But and then in the books and all that stuff will go into it. And you're part of it. You girls are awesome. I love working with you. But you need to say something.
Me?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys ask me some questions about Jason? Let's go. What do you want to know?
Nothing. No personal questions.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thanks. Okay. I got questions. I know, it's fine. I'm first. Doesn't matter. I'm the big head. Remember, I'm first. I want to know, was coming into for both of you girls, coming into a series that was in existence. You guys are a big addition to the show because we love your characters, and I thought each of us have our own fan base. But now, like you were saying, it's a mix of an umbrella, which we're just part of the Power Ranger franchise, regardless which season saved your life. What was it like coming into? You know, because you coming into what you being my girlfriend and all that stuff. Yeah, it was established. I mean, it's a secret microphone over there. Thank you guys, everybody over there.
Yeah,
what was your experience coming into like a show? I know my first experience was coming into a set like this, and even the lights sometimes kind of like too bright. But I come into a set and I'm standing there in a big green screen and props. I had no idea what was going on, and I leaned on the command center. And it went like that. And I said, what's wrong with this stuff? And I was really trying to be a good kid at that time. So I was really trying to be professional. And everything just rolls on wheels. They're like, that's where Zordon's going to be. What does it look like? Don't worry about it. It's a floating head. I was like, okay. So they would do turnarounds and everything. So it was like almost everything was fake. I got in trouble for pushing buttons. Cars were like, I had no keys. Yeah, it was fake. So what was it like coming into Power Rangers? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when I came on, the show was really at a peak. These guys were like rock stars, and I went to the premiere with you and Doug and And we stepped out of his limousine and it was like cameras everywhere. And I'd only just joined like maybe 2 weeks or something because they were traveling around the country. So I didn't know Power Rangers. I didn't know what effect it was having. I didn't know anything except that I got a role on a show. And I didn't know I was replacing Amy until very close. Yeah, because I'm from Australia. So they brought me from Australia, yeah. So, and it was hard because I knew Amy was at that point very loved, and I've said several times I wasn't sure if it was a good idea for Tommy and Kat to take that route with them, but but we couldn't have Tommy have a broken heart, so we had to have someone repair his heart.
Earlier, no, it's good though, but they didn't really tell people what you were gonna do. They just hired you. And when I got hired, I was read for Zach. And it was Zach's role that I read for, the character. Yeah, I didn't have Tommy. I just read for, and I didn't know who Zach was, so I didn't know he was like, a hip-hop thing. So my reading was totally different than his. But that was a script, Phantoms. I read for a character named, Zach, and that was it. They didn't have Tommy roles at that time. And so when you came into the show, what was it like? Because, I mean, did you guys were too young, but you guys didn't know about Power Rangers? Because I went back to DinoThunder, and they're growing now, and they were like massive fans because I went back like 15 years later, so they grew up watching the show. But our age group, we didn't really know the show too much, or what was it like for you?
I had no idea what I was auditioning for. I didn't know Power Rangers. I was a college student. I was attending UCLA at the time, studying theater and film. And I just had an audition, didn't know I was replacing anybody, didn't know I was going to be a Ranger, didn't know the fandom of Power Rangers. I know I suck. But I know it now. But at the time, I didn't. My first audition started off with a couple of hundred girls. Second audition, I got a call back. It was probably about 40. Third audition was about 7. Fourth audition, there was that many auditions. Fourth audition, I had a screen test with little head here, Kat. And so I later found out that, so after that, it was 3, then it was down to 2, and then God blessed me with it. But I found out later that the producers had asked Kat, which one did you feel was the best, I guess, Tanya or whatever. She said me. But once I didn't understand how popular it was until after being on the show, and even after the show. I mean, it's 25 years later and people are still really enthusiastic about Power Rangers. So thank you. Hand clap to you.
Everybody always asks the episode, and I'm going to go through questions, and I just want to take a picture with y'all. Y'all can tag us on Instagram. But we had an episode to do where, and on our we dressed up as old people. And I was like the old grandpa from like Johnny Knoxville, right? Back then, it was like one of those, we dressed up as old people. And now I don't need to dress up anymore. But I remember we dressed up as old people, and I was thinking like, oh God, we're never gonna be old. And then the episode for you, I remember doing the opera. Everything we had to do was an opera line. And I don't know if you know this, but my Oma, she's 94. She passed away a couple weeks ago, right before Stan did, but she had a good life. But she was an opera singer. And my Opa, who passed away, was an opera singer. So I felt like, oh my God, like my Oma never watched the show because she's too old for that. But I always used to feel like, I'm gonna really like disrespect, the family and like you. So it was one of those, oh my God. That was you guys seen the episode?
But then when you started.
I can't. Yeah, I know. It was great. It was like, heck yeah. Yeah, heck yeah. It was one of those things, but. Anyway, maybe we could take a picture and I'll answer your questions and then you guys can tag us. My Instagram's JDFFFN and your Instagram?
Nakia Baris, 2 R's and 1 S.
You got that? Instagram?
A to the double J. No, I'm just. Catherine_Sutherland.
I was like about to be like a rap song. Let's take a picture real quick if you girls don't mind. Okay. You guys take pictures too, Where you get cameras? Wait, hold on, man. Hold up. Hey. We got to take cameras out. Get your cameras out. I did the camera in the movie premiere when I took a picture of me and my daughter in the movie premiere. Big scene. But what people don't know in the movie is that I took a selfie of myself. So I went in the movie premiere and I went to take a picture and security kicked me out for that. It was a big deal. It was like all over everywhere. And Saban called and they're like, can you not talk about it no more? But when they called me out, they said, hey, you right here. And I said, me? I was like, man, I'm gonna give a speech. I only had a cameo. I'm gonna for real, I'm gonna go up there and thanks for coming and watching the movie. So they called me out, and I was walking away from the screen outside, and security just hammered me. They didn't even know who I was. They didn't care. They said, give me your camera. I said, I'm not giving you my camera. And like 4 or 5 of them, give me your camera. I said, I'm not giving you my camera. And then I said, look, I'm in the movie. It doesn't matter who you are. And it was a big ordeal. I went to the bathroom. I was like in the urinal. It was like 4 securities over my shoulder. And there was, next thing you know, I got like 8 or 9. I didn't see the end of the movie. Tammy and Jenna are like, nah, what did he get himself into? And I'm in there arguing with everybody. And I was like this. I'm like, guys, I'm not giving you my camera. I have my camera. I was like, I'm about to go live right now. I'm about to go live. And the cops were like, okay, man, chill out. I'm about to go live. And then that became a big thing. It was all over. And Saban said, please don't talk about it. I'm spitting all over the place, but let's take a picture. Yeah. Hey, y'all faking now. Y'all scared. I'm gonna go live.
You just gotta post for 2 hours straight.
You guys are at the same floor I'm at, so they'll be here all night. So stop by, see them, because I know a lot of people have the incomplete Zeo and the Turbo. Give the girls a big hand. Thanks for coming, girls. A to the double J, Catherine. All right. Yes. You had all this time to think about your question, and now you're lost.
Wow.
You probably had a question for the girls, I know. Too bad they're gone.
There are a lot of people that ask questions about what you do with behind-the-scenes footage and what.
Oh Lord, I wish we had them.
What people you meet and what you do in your pastime.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody ever asks about the people behind it all. Yep. And I just wanted to know what did you think about Jeff Pruitt and working with him?
Jeff Pruitt, I love the guy. He's the mastermind behind a lot of things. Can't forget Isaac Florentine, who did the first Green Ranger episode with all the cuts of me fighting in the alley with the trash can lid. That was the first time that he brought like Hong Kong style to the fight scenes. Go watch all the fight scenes before, and then watch when Tommy became evil. That alley fight scene was the first fight scene that we did cuts like Jeff Pruitt. Then Jeff Pruitt came on board, and the fights just became amazing. Sometimes you'll do like 6 moves, or like Bat in the Sun. We do like 28 moves, and you do it in vignettes. 3 moves, ba ba ba, boom, cut. Next move, ba ba ba, boom, cut. So it looks really cool, and that's what Jeff Pruitt did, and that's what Isaac Florentine did. But let me tell you, all the people behind the scenes was me too, because I sat with all the crew, I sat with all the truck drivers, I sat with all the people that people didn't think mattered to them in the Hollywood, and that's the reason why I am what I am now, is because I've always been there for the people that. Extras, all those people that we weren't supposed to talk to. Maybe I did because we weren't supposed to talk to them. Don't talk to them. Okay, cool. And then I talked to everybody. I treated everyone equal and got a lot of opportunities. Gene Simmons, I remember he first came in. No clue who this guy is. I'm young. I don't know who this guy is. They're like, no makeup on. They're like, hey, you know this guy? And Mark Props. And I was like, no. He's like, show him. And so Gene went like that with his tongue. And I remember sitting there going, if this creepo licks me, like I'm probably going to round kick him to the head. I still did not know who he was at that time. And so, see, I treated everyone equal. But when he stuck his tongue out, I was like, that's weird. Like, who am I? Show him who he is. Like, right? You don't know Gene Simmons, right? So you're probably like, if someone came up to you and said, hey, look who I am. Freak you out, right? Would it freak you out? Right, so that's how it was. Anyway, I met everybody. So the behind-the-scene crew, Jeff Pruitt's an amazing guy. I love that guy. He's very, very talented.
Yes, but Jeff Pruitt, during his interview, also had something to say about you. That you, of course, you had high energy, and you would always wake up early in the morning, ready for a scene. And he mentioned, well, this scene's is meant for Austin. You would be like, no, let me have it.
Dude, let me have everything. Who's the first one that shows up? Who's the first one that's stretched out? Who's the first one? Give it to me. Give me the kick. That's for someone. I don't care. Give it to me. See that attitude? I got it. Tommy got it. I was eager. I was excited. I wanted to do everything. I never said no to anything. Flip, land on the mat. Yes, sir. Give me more. Is that not good enough? Nope. Amy's about to flip. Give me her flip. I loved it. So he's a cool dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hi.
Hi. I have been a big fan since the very beginning.
Thank you.
I was
in love with you as a kid.
Oh, thank you.
My favorite episode was the one where you came back as the White Ranger. I
Yep.
reenacted the scene between you and Kimberly like forever. I would swoon. What was your favorite episode to do?
I love the green. I also love the white. That was cool. Like me floating down. Like all I needed was the Eminem song. Guess who's back? Back again. Tommy's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Shh, suckers. Yeah. It was fun. I like that episode. I also like the evil green. So it was good.
Thanks.
Thank you. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How are you?
Doing fine. How was your Thanksgiving, by the way?
It was good. How about you?
Great.
Yeah?
Good.
Thank you. Thanks for
So,
asking.
if you were given an opportunity to do a superhero and villain for both a DC and Marvel film, which of each of these characters you would be?
It's too hard to even count. Like my
Start with the
favorite characters,
superheroes.
but my favorite, I couldn't reenact any superhero that I loved. It would just be weird. You know what I mean? That's why I love Bloodshot going into Valiant. I would go to the Marvel. I would go through the Marvel dictionary that I have with a stack of Marvel characters, and I would pick one. I don't know who, but I'd have to pick one that's not out, like when they pick Deadpool and put him out, something like that. I love Wolverine in the Marvel. I wasn't a big collector on DC comic books at the time. I sold my collection when I was 18 for about 11 grand to get my first karate school. Had a bunch of them. I got involved in Comic Cons because I like comic books and I wanted to look at them. Never got a chance to walk around. I see some of the books I sold. I wouldn't pay that money for them now. But I don't know. It would just be a hard thing. I think Boom has their own world in there. Now, if you say who would I like to mash up with, no doubt mash up with the X-Men team. And I'd probably put Deadpool on it, even though his foul mouth. So I don't know. I couldn't answer. Hope I answered it. So Marvel and DC, I probably couldn't pick a character.
Favorite DC film?
I was definitely into the Batmans. Older Batmans when I was younger. Big time into the Batmans. And I love the Wolverine series now, the Logan. I really enjoyed that movie.
Merry early Christmas.
Merry early Christmas. Thank you, buddy. Look at you, all yellowed Ranger, green Ranger. What's happening?
Jason, how are you, sir?
Doing good, buddy.
I just wonder if you could share how martial arts helped you at a young age, and also, do you have any advice for young people also that are currently pursuing martial arts?
Man, martial arts changed my whole entire life. It gave me the discipline. It gave me work ethics. It gave me the belief to stick to what I was doing. And I will tell you one thing for everybody, these two words changed my life forever. I can. And then I will. Not I can't and I won't. When you say I can't, no, it doesn't make sense. I can. You can climb that hill, yep. You can kick the ceiling, yes, I can. Even though my instructors used to tell me, for you, kick that ceiling. You know what I used to tell my instructors? It's impossible. Look at the ceiling's too high. I can't kick. And I said, oh man, what does this guy want me to say? Like I keep getting push-ups. I said, sir, what do you want me to say? He says, say you can try. And you will. And you're working on it. And I was like, I looked at it, I was like, I'm never going to kick that. And so I just used to say, I can't, sir. Yes, sir. Kick the ceiling. Yes, sir. And even though he'd try, almost, it wasn't almost, but as a kid, I thought it really was almost. But always say I can. And stick to karate. Karate is not a seasonal sport, people. Karate you don't get into and say, I used to be a blue belt. Who cares? Karate is a lifetime sport. Don't matter how old you get, walking into crutches, doing whatever, you become Mr. Miyagi and you share your experience. It's true. You share your experience with the youth. And karate for me gave me discipline. It gave me discipline to do this. It gave me work ethics. This is not an easy job either. I'm like, I got to balance my life, and I'm learning how to balance my life a little bit. I never used to balance. It's very hard. If, you're on Instagram 24/7 and probably don't have a life, and so I used to spend a lot of time, I'm trying to balance it a little bit. So always say I can and never give up. And when someone says, oh, that's a joke, that'll never be. Yeah. Power Rangers will never be anything. Spider-Man, ha, ha, ha. Spider-Man's never going to be anything. Kids won't buy it because they're scared of spiders. Those two things, you got it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy. The coolest thing is when Stan created the Spider-Man Ranger, he made a poster for me. He created the Spider-Man Ranger and then the Green Ranger, and then he put them together and we signed them on conventions. Very few of them out there. I think there was only 30 and I have like 29, but I wish I had 30. Yes.
Hey man, what's up?
How are you?
I don't know if you can vaguely remember me from Lexicon.
I do remember. Yeah, I remember faces. I can't exactly place which town.
Well, I had a
red Aeropostale sweater, and I was
Yeah.
I was the first person to ask you questions.
Okay.
Okay. So
Now is it the same red or not same red sweater?
I got a different red,
Okay.
I'm red regardless. I'm a Red Ranger inside, man.
Okay.
So I know you have a busy life, but like there has to be a point. Have you seen any Jackie Chan films? Have you seen any Tony Jaa films or Bruce Lee films?
Oh God, Tony Jaa. I love Tony Jaa. Jackie Chan. It's kind of funny because I got ADD. It's kind of funny because there was Bruce Lee, then there was Jackie Chan. And to me, Bruce Lee, I know it sounds funny, Bruce Lee was Marvel and Jackie Chan was DC. And it was just a weird thing. Like the Bruce Lee movies were different than Jackie Chan.
How'd you
Jackie
put those
Chan
two together?
was different. Well, Bruce Lee was straight karate and Jackie Chan's like a kung fu guy. So things look different. And then Tony Jaa is a Muay Thai guy. So for me, because I'm a karate guy, everybody has their own certain place. Tony Jaa is amazing. And it's just, in Thailand, a lot of people don't like him for whatever reason when I went there, just because he's a movie star or whatever. But I think Tony Jaa is amazing. I love to watch movies when I couldn't even understand because I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to watch action.
Yeah. I was wondering if you've seen like Rumble in the Bronx or like Drunken Master.
I've seen all those, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're
There's
pretty
actually a drunken style, like a real style called drunken style. Like
Yeah.
legit, not just a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How's it going, Jason?
Doing
man?
good, man.
Man, huge fan. You're the first action figure I had that I broke that I regret breaking.
You
But
broke me.
Yeah, White Ranger.
Yeah.
First toy I ever had that I
Thank
regret
you.
breaking. But anyways, on the superpower beatdowns, like the Scorpion versus White Ranger, do you plan on doing any future superpower beatdowns? Any collaborations?
Yeah, we had an old series we're working on, Bat in the Sun. Bat in the Sun
Yeah.
I've worked with so many of them.
Mhm.
I have some ideas that I want to do. I wanted the Green Ranger. I wanted the evil Green Ranger to fight Darth Maul because I know Ray Parks is a good friend of mine. I thought that would be pretty fun. But yeah, there's always stuff. That Bat in the Sun's always cooking up stuff. So we can expect to see some good things.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. What's up, kids?
There you go. Hey, Jason, I'm a huge fan since I was probably about 6 years old and
Yeah.
introduced my boys to it, and they love you. So they wanted to ask you a couple questions.
Sure, man.
Or just one each, I think. Here you go, buddy. This is Bo.
Yeah, he's got the microphone.
Go ahead.
Do you have your costumes at home?
I do have some costumes that accidentally fell in my bag.
ones?
I got the green one. I got Black DinoThunder, the original ones, and a few other original props that just fell in my bag. I was like, oh my God. So weird.
Okay, what was your favorite weapon when you were playing shows?
Favorite weapon? I think the Dragon Dagger was fun, and Saba talks a lot. So when I got the Saba sword, just imagine that thing talking 24/7 and arguing with it. And other people don't think you're talking to your sword, but you are. And people think you're crazy. And then you have the Dragon Dagger, right? And then you're ready to go do 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 do, but you're the White Ranger. And then you go do do do, and Saba, you're like, stop, you're kissing me. And I'm like, oh, sorry, Saba, I thought it was the Dragon Dagger. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
He's like, stranger danger. Thanks, guys.